Open this meeting, November 10th. It's a regular meeting of the Town Council with a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, before I ask the town clerk to read the roll, I thought we should ask both Mr. Edwards and our town solicitor to stand up and show that they were in sync tonight. So, gentlemen, notice the ties. Khaki pants and blue blazers. I mean, this is...
Separated? As I refer to them as the Me Too brothers. Me and Me Too.
Oh, it's very nice, gentlemen.
By coincidence, totally.
That's funny.
Okay, and now we will call the roll.
Councilor Edwards.
Here.
Councilor Ruda. Present. Councilor Medeiros.
Here.
Councilor Durfee.
Here.
Councilor Carroll.
Here.
Councilor Costa.
Here.
And Councilor Bowling.
Here.
All present.
Now, we don't seem to have a consent agenda this evening, so we will pass over that, and we will go right to the continuance of our public hearing for Little Bear Lounge. And Chief, would you like to lead off?
Good evening, Madam President. Mr. Kelly and Mr. Litwin are here. I've presented to each one of the council members a list of the 33 violations, the most recent ones that were conducted by the State Fire Marshal's office. That was reviewed this morning, going through each item on the list. And you'll see to the right-hand side either pending a variance, completed, not done. There's a copy of presented to the and again, that was done this morning with the State Fire Marshals in my office. The plans for the sprinkler system have been submitted to my office. We are having a difference of opinion with the sprinkler company as to the area of coverage. They are at the maximum, right at the very edge of allowable sprinkler coverage, but I believe it is something we are going to work out. So it is moving forward, but there are still some items to be done. At this time, I think they have met most of their burden of things that they need to do, and I would like to continue it again for another 2 weeks, pending moving forward again, and bring it back to the council at that time for your review.
So moved.
Second.
If I may, I have a letter which may be helpful from AA Sprinkler today. I was in touch with them as well, and I'll just read a portion of it because I think that that's what the council was concerned with. Once the plans have been approved and the mechanical permit is obtained, we will begin our installation within 3 business days. And again, then they reference up above, the installation of the sprinkler system will take approximately 6 to 8 weeks, so it will be well within the time of the 90 days that we discussed 2 weeks ago.
Could we have that letter, please? Or make sure we have a copy of that letter.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, to the town solicitor. Okay, thank you very much. A motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion from the council? All those in favor of that request by the chief and the motion, raise your right hand. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
We get comments first. We have to do comments first. I don't want to jump the gun.
We're coming down to,
Comments.
yes, town administrator. First comments.
I only have one, and that is that the drive we had for TVs and things worked out so well, was so popular that we're going to repeat it on December the 6th at the DPW.
Repeat it. That's great. Repeat it?
Repeat it all.
You want me to say it again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The the drive we had it to get rid of old TVs at the DPW was such a success that we're going to do it again on December the 6th.
What was the fee for the disposal of televisions? I believe there was a fee on that, wasn't there?
Right. $5 for a 13-inch or under, $10 for a 13-inch or over, $20 for a console TV.
Okay.
And that was for the recycling company,
Yeah.
not us.
Very good. Anything else, Jim?
No.
Okay. Council comments, questions, and announcements. I do have one, and it's sort of planning, a little bit of a planning and thinking about our next meeting and the swearing in will take place. But it seems to me that we might think about having the new council get fully briefed on Bay Street and the contamination suit. And what I'm going to suggest is that even though we might have the swearing in and have a brief recess and people congratulate, so forth, that we do have an executive session, perhaps starting at 8 o'clock. This would give people time to, you know, toast.
I think we should do what we had planned on doing this evening, is basically what you said. We're going to conduct our meeting and do this, you know, swearing in.
Yeah.
Then we'll take either a 30 or 45-minute recess and then enter into executive session for whatever matters may be
Yes.
pending for the executive session, because
Right.
it may be more than one.
It may be more than,
I think your agenda may last a little longer than an hour anyway. You have all the licenses that have to come up on the 24th. We have
Yeah.
continued public hearings.
okay. But it did seem to me that having the appropriate people there to fully brief the
Yes.
council on the, where we are, the history of this, would be a good thing.
You know, if everyone was
If
here
I-
tonight, I thought that it would be appropriate to invite those here,
I would-
you know, to our executive session, because tonight's executive session is on that matter, and they can be partially briefed, you know, this evening. I don't think they're I
No.
don't see
they're
Mr.
not.
Lambert.
I was going
on.
to see if they, either that or if we were to schedule another meeting before the next regular meeting, and if we could do that and invite those people to it, and give them a briefing. I think that would probably, if the council wanted to do that, and invite those newcomers to the council, they'd probably give them a little bit more time maybe to get caught up on some of the stuff. I don't
And
know
that would
how-
that would be fine too, is scheduling that time.
Just to
I
do
know
it,
Mr. Tights is not going to be available next Monday night.
but, you know, at least us as a council, we could sit down and go
Yeah,
over
it
some
would be
stuff with
useful
them.
to have the old council and new members at that meeting. So if we can find a time to do that, that would be fine.
At least, you know, to go over a few things with
How
them.
lengthy is the agenda scheduled to be, do you think, Nancy?
Well, I'll keep it at,
Is it mostly yes or no, questions like licenses for
Yeah.
you?
it's licenses. I think there's a public hearing continued to then. There's a few things.
Fine with me,
I
the
can
24th is
hold
good, I'll
some
say
of it.
goodbye to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, my point is, if you have 4 council members from this council going forward, I don't really think you need the entire council to be there. You can invite the 3 new people, and
Well,
have
it might-
the four existing council members go through it with them.
Okay?
Fine.
As long as we have an appropriate time so that people do have time to think of it. And if we could ask the town clerk to just keep the agenda sort of in control.
As brief as possible. Most of the license issues are just the renewals, and I'm
Yes,
not...
they're not,
And unless there's, you know, and as long as we're still making them subject to the legal requirements, I think we've covered ourselves, and
Yes.
All the inspections. that we
Okay,
did.
so we'll plan on that, and we can have what your legal team, we'll say, here.
Yes. So, on the
24th.
Fourth.
On the 24th. Right, we'll have everybody here. Just a question, we had some other things, we've got some public hearings that were continued to that date, and also the fee ordinance. Am I correct in assuming that you'd want to post, I mean, they'll have to be on the agenda, but with the intention of postponing them further to the first meeting in December and not taking lengthy matters up on that 24th meeting?
I think so.
I think that that's what we should do, right, we've set.
Just the stuff that you have to do by law, like the licenses.
We set a date certain, so we can set it, we can open that public hearing and continue the date certain to the
But we'd be able
first
to tell
meeting.
the relevant applicants and
Yes,
people
that-
concerned with it not to
Not to be
not
concerned.
And I will inform the new council members of the meeting as well.
Okay, that would, anything else before we move to the town solicitor?
So a quick question for Jim. The yard waste pickup, that's this week? Just for people who may not be aware of it? It's this week?
November 17th through the 21st.
Oh, it's next week, okay. All right, thanks.
Town solicitor?
There's no motion, I don't think, that you need to make as far as the scheduling for the next meeting.
No, we'll just.
Set it for the agenda.
Set it, yeah.
No, I had nothing other than that. The executive session set for litigation tonight will be brief, just updating you on the last 2 weeks' worth of, or last 1 week, actually, worth of events.
Okay. Anything else?
A motion to enter into executive session under litigation 4246-5A2.
Second.
All those in favor of that motion, raise your right hand, please. Motion carries.